It's the big one. It's the one we wait for all season. It's the one we talk up all year, making predictions on who's going to make it, making predictions on who's going to win it. Super Rugby Pacific 2025 Grand Final is here. Crusaders versus the Chiefs in Christchurch. When two beasts meet, only one remains. Who will be that beast? Before we get into it, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the teams that have been selected? Is everyone in there that should be in there? What changes could have been made? Who do you think is going to win this one? How do you think they're going to win it? What's your score prediction? Let me know in the comments. If you're a neutral fan, who do you want to win? Because I'm sure there's a lot of neutral fans here. Is it everyone versus the Crusaders and only the Crusaders fans standing up for the Crusaders? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. All right, so it's the big one. It's the big one, the one we wait for all year. It's here, the final. Crusaders versus the Chiefs. How good. Looking at the team, so Tamaiti Williams comes back in for Crusaders. That is a huge in. As we saw last week, Crusaders' scrum was dominant. So to have someone like, and that was without Tamaiti Williams, to have someone like him back in, big in there. And then pretty much unchanged. And man, you're looking at this forward pack, after what they done last week to a very dominant forward pack in the Blues, this Crusaders team means business. This forward pack means business. And you've obviously got the deadly backs of Will Jordan, Sevu Reece, Mako Springer, Enor, Harvili, Rivers Rayana, and Noah Hotham also doing really well there. Jumping over, and then I think what's going to be very important as well coming later on into the game is someone like James O'Connor will play a big role in this Super Rugby final. I think it's his first ever Super Rugby final. How wild is that? He's been in and around it since 2008, and this is his first final. How good. I do think he'll play a big role in this game. Over to the Chiefs. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure it goes unchanged. Consistency in the most important part of the season. How good. Man, it's going to be a matchup. The forwards against the Crusaders forwards. I'm looking at this. This loose trio is nice for me. Finau, Jacobson, and Satiti. Real strong. I love obviously the 9-10 combo of Ratima and McKenzie. And then the back three, they've also Crusaders have got finishers and X factors. Chiefs have got a two in Carter, Narawai, and Shooter Stevenson. And then guys like, I think Josh Chacombe will have a big part in the game maybe later on if he does get that's again, if he does get on. If there is injury, it's good to have someone like him on the bench. And then I think Kalen Bosher will also have a big part in this game. I mean, the whole forward pack reserves really, because there's going to be high intensity and 80 minutes is a long time. So for that last 20, 30 minutes, you want your subs coming on, bringing that extra punch and bringing that energy, bringing the game home, changing the momentum. That's huge. It's big. It's big. So whoever gets on the field is going to have a big part in this game for sure. All right, getting to my matchup. So my first big matchup of this game is the battle of the eights, the 8 versus 8. So you got Christian Leawili versus Wallace Atiti. Christian Leawili probably been one of the best forwards in Super Rugby this year, one of the most consistent, week in, week out. Fantastic. Doing all the things that maybe the stats aren't getting. Not too much for the flashy stuff, but he's nailing his lineouts. He's strong off the base of the scrum and getting around the park, getting through so much work. He almost acts as a third. Well, yes, an eighthman is almost your third flanker, but he's doing all the graft work that usually a number 7 does. He's acting as another 7. So it's like having 2 Ethan Blackadders on the field is just wild. 2 Christies on the field. That's how much Leawili adds to that pack. Then you look at someone like Wallace Atiti, obviously off the back of last year, breakthrough international player of the year, come into this season with an injury, so sat out for most of the season. He's come back these last few games and has been good. He's been slowly working his way into it. But man, he's still so hard to tackle, always takes 2 or 3 players with him. So look to him, or Chiefs will definitely be looking to him to set that dominance with ball in hand. So carries, getting over that advantage line, making big, strong carries, making big, strong tackles as well. So I'm really looking forward to that battle, because that's definitely a little All Blacks trial. That one is for sure. Wallace Atiti already there. Christian Lil been in and around it. Hasn't had a cap yet, and really banging on that All Blacks door for sure. Then my next matchup is the battle of the 12s, the centers, the inside centers, David Havili versus Quinn Tupai. Oh, man. Two, while similar, also very different players. When I say similar, is both very physical. I think Tupai is probably a little bit more physical. Love to truck the ball up, love to make a big tackle. But Havili's got more of the silkier skills or distribution part of his game over Tupai. So has a stronger pass, has a better kicking game. And in a final, that can definitely help. Take a bit of pressure off your 10 or off your fullback to kick. You've got another option in exits to kick, whether it's cross kicks, whether it's kick to find field, whether it's up and unders. Havili can do it all. Very, very skillful player. But then you look at Quinn Tupai and you look to get over the advantage line. First phase, Quinn Tupai is your man. Holy, try and stop him when he runs straight at you. He does have still a little late step at the line. He's got a strong handoff, a strong bump as well. Chiefs definitely going to use him to get over that advantage line and use him to gain that physical battle in the middle there. And that's a lovely battle or matchup there. I'll definitely look to. And that's also another little All Blacks trial there at 12 versus 12. Big one in Havili versus Tupai. And then where I think the game will be won or lost. So firstly, set piece, scrum line out. And it starts with the forwards. That's where it starts. That's where you can gain ascendancy in the physical battle, in the set piece, regardless of whose ball it is. You can, if it's not your ball, you can apply pressure on that. You can get a tight head, or you can steal a ball at line out. So guys like Scott Barrett, Tupovai, that battle will be massive as well. And then the front row, man. Norris, Dyer, then you got Mighty Williams and Newell, and then Tokiao and Cody Taylor. Big, strong front row going at it. The scrums are going to be juicy. They're going to be juicy. I don't know much about the dark arts, but do love a scrum. And you know when one team's getting the upper hand. And then that sets the tone for the whole game. That first scrum, it's going to be massive. I think kicking your kicks is going to be huge as well. You look at D-Mac last week, only missed one kick, I think it was, nailing his kicks from everywhere. And then on the other hand, Rivers Rihanna kicked really well last week, but throughout the season hasn't played much, but hasn't been so consistent with his kicks. When it comes to a final and a game could come down to one or two kicks, you want to be nailing your kicks, and you don't want there to be an excuse or there to be reporters or fans or whoever saying, well, we should have kicked our kicks, and you don't want that hanging over your head as the 10, as the kicker. So you want to nail your kicks. And on the flip side, you want your discipline to be in check, because these guys are going to be going for penalties. You have to win. You don't have to score bonus points or tries. You just have to win. So if that means you're kicking penalties, the guys are going to kick penalties. So you have to keep your discipline in check. And these guys need to be kicking their kicks for sure. And then the last one here, and this is massive, and this is how Crusaders got here. Obviously how Chiefs got here as well. Defense. Both of these teams can score tries, right? They've got try-scoring machines everywhere on the park. They can score from anywhere on the park. Defense is your biggest one. Defending your line. Defending set plays, defending kickoffs. When you've scored points, can you get your kickoff? Can you hold that? Can you get out of your own line? So defending your kickoffs, exiting your kickoffs, making your tackles, making your one-on-one tackles. When a line break is made, can you turn back, rush, and make those spot tackles or those scramble tackles? Can you do that? Can you get up and go again? That Crusaders forward pack, there were 6 players in that forward pack that made over 10, so into their double digits in tackles last week. Can they back up and do it again? Because it's going to be one of those games for sure. Holy, I've got no clue. on the one hand, I'm like, wow, the Crusaders go from finishing 9th last year to hosting a grand final this year, all in the space of 1 year. Chiefs this is their 3rd grand final in a row. Like, who deserves they both deserve to win it, but you can't share it. I'm going to go with the Chiefs just because 3 years in a row, man, they deserve it. Crusaders have won enough in the last 10 years. Let the Chiefs, no one's going to let them. Crusaders are definitely not going to let them, but I'm backing the Chiefs. I've got Chiefs by 5. Chiefs by 5 in a absolute cracker, the best game of the season. It is grand final. Holy, let me know in the comments who have you got, who's going to win, who's going to be man of the match, who's first try scorer. And enjoy the game. Enjoy the game, lads and ladies. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you on the other side.